Hi Flosstube. Good morning, it is Helen D. Today is Tuesday, October 26th. It is raining, it is dark, it is windy. Lighting is going to be a challenge today, but we're just doing the best we can. So it's dark. Hopefully you guys can see enough stuff. I look very extra pale, so that's special for you. But it's the stitching that matters. So I hope everyone is doing well today and having a nice week. It finally dipped cold enough here that we have officially turned on the heat. We had turned it on, you know, just like in one room in the evening, and then we turn it off, and now it's like, wipe the registers down, it's time to turn on the heat. So we've turned on the heat, which is about this is about when we usually make it to. I think it's supposed to rain. It was yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and then we have a couple of non-rainy days and then rain again. So all of our leaves are now coming down, but such is the circle of life. I don't have a ton of like active projects to show you today because I'm still working on my Christmas gift stitching. I think I counted and I had 7 things, and I think I have 1 left. I know I have 1 left. I may have 2 left, but I think I only have 1 left. So I can't show you guys any of those just yet. But I do have some things to show and some things to talk about. So we will jump in. First thing I wanted to talk about. This is the December issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. And this is the one that my ornament is in that I've told you guys about. So this was their, they do an annual ornament contest, and I think they take submissions through like May, and then they pick their winners. They pick 6 winners. So these are the 6 this year. And I love how they're all very different. That one's mine. So that was really exciting to get in the mail. So here is my ornament. I can tell you guys a little about it. So this was the first thing that I charted. You know, I've done several freebie charts this year, but this was what prompted it, was this first one. So it's a different font than the one I've been using because the parameters for the contest was it had to be no bigger than 70 by 70. There's a lot of names. So in order to get, it is 70 by like 40 or something. In order to fit them all in, this font is a little bit smaller. So I have all the names, and then I did the Sparkle Etoile for Rudolph, and then I finished it. This is like a folded over piece of fabric. I did the herringbone, and then just some plaid, and a bell and a cord. Now for me, this is too big for an ornament. This is bigger than what I like on my tree. This would probably just be a small in a bowl. But they wanted it stitched on a 14 or a 28, so this is the size it came out to be. So, funny story. I decided I was going to enter. I had an idea, and I thought, well, I'll see if I can work it out. So I charted it out, and I don't even think I had stitched it yet. I think I was still charting, and my son comes in the office. What are you doing? I told him, no, there's a contest, and I'm going to enter. Well, that's just a bunch of names. I said, I know, it's the reindeer names. Yeah, but it's just a bunch of names. Yeah, that's lame. I'm gonna design one and I'm gonna beat you. I said, well, unfortunately, you need to be 18. Well, I'm gonna design a time machine, and I'm gonna go forward in time until I'm 18, and I'm gonna design one and I'm gonna beat you. Great, get on that. So off he goes. So I finish, I get it all in, submit it, forget about it, right? Like, poop. So it was end of May, beginning of June. School was still in when they announced the winners, and they announced them to the 6 winners first. So I get an email right before I was going to pick up. So I go to pick him up from school, and he gets in the car, and we're driving home, and I'm like, hey, remember that ornament contest I entered? Yeah. Yeah, I was one of the winners. You won that contest with those lame names? Yeah, I did. So I should have called it lame names, but here they are. So that is now available in that issue of Just Cross Stitch. I think it should be hitting stores this week. They had said like the 26th, which is today. So anytime. I know the digital has been out for a while. And I don't know if people who get it in the mail have gotten it in the mail. So it's making the rounds. I did get a prize box for winning. All 6 of us did. And it had a bunch of flosses and goodies and accessories and different things. So I'll definitely use some of those. I'll kind of show you as I go through and if I pull something out from the box. And there's some that I might, you know, share as giveaways or with my Stitchy group or with my sister, or it'll all find homes. So there's that. I have 3 fully finished because I did find, I took one afternoon and just did a little finishing. Actually, it was last Wednesday because my husband goes to work every other Wednesday. So that Wednesday is finishing day. So I got 2 things finished. This one is actually my sister's. She had this little ornament that she had left for me to finish. Sorry, getting blown out up there. It's a little dragon. If I had to guess, I would say this is from one of the British cross-stitch magazines. And if I really had to guess, I'd say it's Doreen Jones, but I'm not sure. Let's see if I can angle that. Not quite so in my face. So this one, she did it on a purple, and I left a little more space than I normally do because I had this fabric in my stash that had dragons on it, and I wanted to fit. He was the right color, and I wanted to fit the whole dragon. So, and then I just made a cording out of the 2 of the colors she used and put a little charm on it. I've ordered a bunch of these 2021 charms. I just get them on Amazon, and they come like 100 pack. I think I've ordered 4 to 5 packs this year because I've been sending them out with my giveaways. If you want a giveaway from me, I try, if I have them, a couple of times I haven't had any, I try and include some of the charms. This is the first one I've actually used this year. So that shows you how many ornaments I finished this year. The other thing I fully finished, I had stitched this earlier in the year, and it's called Turkey Time. This is a freebie on the Erica Michaels Facebook page. I just did green on the back. And I use one of those loop pins with just a couple buttons. So on the Facebook page, if you go to photos, it's from 2018. So you gotta scroll down or up, whichever way it is. You gotta scroll and keep scrolling. And it's in there just as a picture that then you can print out. I did mine on 25 count so that it would be a little bigger because all these gobbles are over 1, and I'd never done. This is what got me actually started with Lugana, is I wanted to be able to stitch this, and I wanted those little gobbles. So it comes out good size on a 25. Then the other fully finish, I had one more piece that I had taken up to be framed. This is Raven by Nora Corbett. It's one of the Bewitching Pixies. This is actually the first chart, I believe, that I did as a giveaway with Carla from Cobweb Corner. So here she is. So we pulled out like every black frame on their rack, and none of them were quite working. And the girl helping me kept pulling out like stuff with golden tones, and I kept pulling out stuff with silver tones, and I didn't think it was going to happen. And then she kind of rounded the corner and she says, "How do you feel about metal?" And she turned around and I was like, "Is that purple?" Because I love purple. Purple is my color, and it matched perfectly. And then we did a fillet, which is kind of like that inner frame in black to kind of pull out the black. So she is done. She's been hanging up for Halloween. She came out great. So I'm excited to have her done. Oh, I forgot something. Okay, hold on. this guy is worth editing for. So one of the things I did that wasn't cross stitch but was still craft related this week is I made this tiny felt turkey. This was a free chart. His legs come down, but I have him sitting. He's not going to stand on them. This is from Delilah Iris, and I will link her. She has a shop, so I'll link it below. So he's adorable. I'd never done like the felt. It's not the wool felt like I would use at the top for strawberry, but I think it's I don't know the difference between wool felt and felted wool, but he's like not your thin craft store felt. He's a little higher quality than that. I actually got my felt from Benzie Designs. So there he is. He's all stitched up. So he will go out with my Thanksgiving stuff, and he's adorable. So he took some time. He's got a lot of stitches on him. And his pieces were teeny tiny. So, but I'm glad he's done, and he came out great. So then whips, I only have 3 things. I have 3 things. One of them is I'm carrying on with, this is impressive. I'm carrying on with those little sled ornaments that I'm doing for my son's teachers. They're from Foxwood Crossings. And I'm gonna do 2 of this one and 2 of this one. So that's this one. I actually have one done here in the back. And these will go on those sled ornaments. So that's my current car project. My previous car project kind of has gotten tucked away. So, because I just have Christmas stuff I need to get done. So this was Autumn Rules by Primrose Cottage. This is a great chart. This was one of the new Expo release charts. So if I had focused just on this, I could have gotten a lot farther than I did, but I really only worked on it in the car at pickup and then sometimes at tennis. But he has a couple of friends now that have started tennis, and I know their moms, so we've done a lot of this and not a lot of this. That's how far I got. I got Autumn Rules and Go Apple Picking, and that's the start of the sunflower. And I'm using 14 count Legacy from Picture This Plus. I had a piece, this is the full like 18 by 27 piece. I just cut it the skinny way. So that will get tucked away and pulled out next year. And then I've been working on all of my Christmas ones, and I was getting a little tired of Christmas ones. So 2 weekends ago, I thought, I need a break. I need something different. So I pulled out Pretty Little Amsterdam from Satsuma Street. I had started this at the beginning of this year. And it's one of those where you put it away and then you take it out and you're like, oh, kind of thought I was further along than that. Let me pop it out here. So I have this other side, I have the bottom done. Let that paper go. I have all of this done. I have the giant windmill left, and then I'm working on this side. So I've pulled it out and I finished, put in this water, I put in this whole building, and I'm working on the clock tower, and then I have to fill this in, and I have 2 more of the row houses. I might have 3, and then the windmill goes over here. So I might focus on this week and just take a break. Seems I'm down to the 1 Christmas ornament. They still need to be finished, fully finished. But I'd like to do them all at the same time. So I might just work on this and see if I can get it done. This is on 14 count Ariel from Picture This Plus, which is a super light blue. White does not show up on it, but luckily the white on this is outlined, so I knew I'd be okay. So that's that one. And that's it. That's what I've been working on this week. Yeah. We'll do giveaways, and then I have just a couple other purchasey type things that are stitchy related but not stitching to show. So last video We had 5 giveaways because I had, they're all out of order. There we go. All right, I've already commented on the comments of the people who won with my email address, so you can just get back to me that way. I don't just link my email address below because then I tend to get all the weird emails. So I just don't. So number 1, the first 2 were given to me as donations for giveaways from Carla at Cobweb Corner. So number 1 was Betty Button, and that went to Hannah Mansfield. Number 2, Winter Row, is Tara Cox. Number 3 was from Penny at the Daily Stitcher, and it was the Santas, 3 of the Santas. This is one of the reprint ones. This goes to Alice in Stitches. And then Barbie from Pedal Pusher had sent 2 of her new releases for you guys. The monograms, covered my paper. Jane Lawrence. Jane, I think you've won before, but shoot me an email. And Heaven and Nature Sing, which I'm really hoping to start soon, goes to Anna Wilson. So if you guys could get back to me. Then for this week's giveaways, I have 2 more charts from Carla at Cobweb Corner. And I kind of went through, Carla lets me go through and kind of pick stuff out. And you'll notice some of mine tend to be the smaller ones. That's not because that's what Carla sends me. That's what I want because then I can ship them from home and I don't have to go to the post office. I can just pop them in the mail. So that is one of the factors I keep in mind when I choose things. So for this one, we have 2 things. This is Season's Blessings by Leela's Studio. I think there are 2 of these, but this one has winter and fall. They're really pretty. So if you would like to stitch this one, just say the word bird. Please be 18 so you can legally give me your address. I'd appreciate it if you're a subscriber. Don't say giveaway. And go check out Carla's shop, right? Go check out Cobweb Corner or Carla's Flosstube. I will link both of those below. So bird. And this is the second. This is a big one. I'm gonna have to go to the post office. This is Winter Notes by Shepherd's Bush. And if you'd like to stitch this one, say winter. Carla has a lot of these. She actually just started stitching this one, she said. She said I had asked her for a giveaway and she pulled it out. She's like, you know what, I think I want to stitch that. So she just started stitching this. And they call for, I'm trying to see if this one does. This one has a couple. These charts use buttons and she has most of the button packs on her website. So that is this week. So bird and winter. Carla also sends a couple of charts for me. So this is kind of the haul portion, which is just these 2 charts. So I got Autumn Berries from Erica Michaels and another of the Primrose Cottage. She's carrying all of these now in the hard copies. This is called All American. This one's cool because you could stitch it all together. I could make another long one, or you could stitch them small. That will not get done this year. So thank you to Carla and Penny at the Daily Stitcher and Barbie at Pedal Pusher. I got some thank you cards in the mail this week. I got 2 thank you cards and 2 card cards, and they're all gorgeous. They're all gorgeous. Misty sent me this adorable little postcard, like Halloween postcard. Super cute. I got a thank you card from Renee. She had won a giveaway. I don't know how you guys, oh, you can really see the sparkle in the camera. She used like the she used the shiny crystals. So that's really like super pretty. And she even had like a little piece of foamy stuff over it to protect it in the mail. The mail, right? The mail came and it has all like, I'm like, what? Is there like gears in here? I don't know what's going on. Jackie at Cross My Stitches sent me just like a pretty fall card. And then Carla in her package has been making Halloween cards on her Cricut, one of those cutout machines. So this one I mean, there's like 7 layers on there. That is beyond me. So they were all adorable. I love that cat, so cranky. That's Peppy. Peppy and Emmy had to go to the vet yesterday, and it was traumatizing for all involved. So they're fine. They just needed their shots. Traumatizing. The only other thing I wanted to show you, when I went to pick up Raven at Michael's, I looked around and I found a couple things that I just thought people might be interested in. So one of them, and I've seen this since I got it and I posted it, I've seen a couple other people get it too. This was a piece in their Halloween section. I saw it online. If you just search crow, it does come up. So it's like a tombstone with these ravens on the top. This is like flat on there, it's wood, but I saw this and immediately I thought, I want to stitch a Raven's Reply by Misty at Luminous Fiber Arts. I'm gonna make it fit on here. I'm gonna have to do some trimming. It's going on here. So that I picked up. And then they had just like half a section of Christmas things. But I found this. I found it's $10, plus I had a 40% off coupon, so it was $6. It's 50 wooden tag ornaments. So I thought these would be perfect. Even some of those, like the ones I had for the sleds, might fit right on there. That's a little small, but like you could just attach them right on there. So I thought that for 50 of them, I thought it was a great deal. And I will come up, you could paint them. Erin from Perpetual Projects sent me an ornament last year and she had used, not this tag, but a similar tag. And it's gorgeous. She stained it and she sanded it and she mounted the cross stitch on there and it was like super cute. So keep an eye out for those if you're interested. That's all I have to talk about. I thought I would go around and show you some of my fall and Halloween stuff before it gets put away because it will definitely be November before I talk to you again. So the Halloween stuff will be gone. It's pretty dark, so I'll go around and show you as best I can. I apologize if the lighting's not going to be very good. It is what it is today, and I will insert those kind of at the end of the video. I'll try and remember what everything is. If I forget and there's something that you're interested in, just let me know, and I can figure it out for you. So thank you guys very much. Have a great day. All right, we're going to start in with some autumn designs, and I'll try not to make anyone sick. This first one is part of Hands-On Designs Chalk Talk series for autumn, but I didn't stitch the whole thing. I kind of stitched about 3/4, and then it fit perfectly on this pumpkin, so that's where I left it. Next to that, I found this little metal tray thing at Michael's this year, so I filled it up with some of my smalls and my berries for fall. They're kind of in there. Down below I have Sneak Peek Autumn. This is an old one. I think it's by the Trilogy. It might be just Bent Creek, but I think it's the Trilogy. And then A is for Acorn is Heartstring Samplery. So that's what I have on that shelf. We're going to just walk over here. You'll see the rain. So on the other side, I have fall things on my bottom shelves. This is Autumn Row. That is definitely Bent Creek. Down below, I have another basket. A couple of these are gifts. I know the truck was a gift, and the owl was from Misty. Little Pumpkin in the Patch, I think is Heart and Hand. And then the fox behind it was from a magazine. This is Pumpkin Spice and Everything Nice from Frosted Pumpkin. And behind it is Otoño. It's the The fall design from Satsuma Street, she has all of the seasons, and that is the fall. And then my mom made me this owl out of little pennies. Not pennies. I don't know. Pennies? I don't know what they're called. She made me this owl. Okay, over here behind me is more fall. These deer as dear friends. It's a Plum Street design. There is the monogrammed pumpkin that Barbie just sent me from her new chart. I Love Fall Most of All is a frosted pumpkin. Down below, Hello Fall, that is Priscilla and Chelsea. I did that on shale. I had a scrap of Picture This Plus shale, so it's kind of a brownish purple. Autumn Whirligig from Heart and Hand. And behind that is Prairie Schooler Seasons, the autumn chart. That's a 4-pack chart. It's a reprint. And then way up here on the wall is Fall. This one is one of the original charts with Kathy of Hands On Design and Priscilla Blaine, and it's in the 2016 Just Cross Stitch issues. They are still available as downloads for PDFs as the whole issue. I'll put a link below. The pumpkin was striped, but I filled it in, and it took 1,000 skeins of floss. All right, I think this is the last fall piece. I have it on the back of the door. This is called, I believe it's called Acorns. It's by Misty, Luminous Fiber Arts. I had that washboard piece with the flowers already attached, and it fit perfectly. And then on this wall, I have Tingles. This is Lizzie Kate. This is one of the ones I had just had framed. I stitched that on doubloon, Picture This Plus. The white doesn't show up great, but it's better in person than you're seeing here. I have a shelf in my hallway and it's a tight squeeze for me. Those are my Eek ornaments I did for Misty. One of the E's keeps turning. This is Witch Shoes. This is by M. Kissa Creations on Etsy. I had it differently last year, but my shoes kind of fell apart. I had it on these witch shoes and then it kind of fell apart. So for now I just put it here. And then on the bottom shelf I have one of my berries, then a little witch I made, and Audrey Stitchy Witch 42. That's the Silver Creek Samplers. Stitched me that. And then I have the little October by Hands On Design. And then bear with me, we're just gonna try not to trip over shoes. Oh, foam rockets because, you know, boys. So over here I have the Scary Apothecary. It's on this welcome sign I found at Joann's a few years ago. The one on the right obviously has fallen and needs to be fixed. I need to figure out how to attach that a little better. So I have all of those. And then on the door to the bathroom, this is Here's the Skinny on Halloween by Heart and Hand. I hope you guys aren't tired of being jostled around. I told you I had a lot of fall on Halloween. Let Them Make Candy is by Hands On Design. This was Trick or Treat. It was a stitch along with Frosted Pumpkin. It's now just available as a chart. And then beside that I have my little stand here with a portion of one of the Priscilla and Hands On Design barn charts. I left the barn off. And then this is that little sunflower sampler by Heart and Hand. Two more little areas. This is my electrocuted bowl. One of my friends does electrocuted bowls. And I use it to put smalls in. A couple of these were gifts as well. And then finally, on top of the piano, which still has the snowman runner on it, I have my little design that I made. This is Halloween Cat by Satsuma Street. I left the clouds off so it would fit in this round frame. These Prairie Schoolers were stitched by Misty and Barbie. We do a couple swaps. We're doing a Christmas swap this year. And that hanger they're on came from Goodwill 1,000 years ago. I don't even know what it's meant for, but that's what I'm using it for. This is Scary Things from Silver Creek Samplers. I finished it as a cube, and then I just pinned this witch hat on the top. So that's on there. This is a Doreen Jones from Lakeside Needlecraft, Lakeside Needlework. They're in England. It's available on their website. I think this is, it's a heart and hand. I don't know what it's called. And then this last one has fallen and needs a reglue. This is a Barbara Anna Black Cat Hollow, but it's only the top portion. And it needs a little reglue on that pumpkin. And that is all, you guys. I told you I had a lot of fall and Halloween. It's my favorite time to stitch for. I'm going to need more room.